Welcome back to our channel. What's up, Magnolia Fam?
What's up, fam?
So today we have a really big surprise for you guys. Yay!
No perfect love could be more perfect than now.
If you love Jenny Han and you love Lara Jean, we have something for you today.
Something new, something creative, something with 10 questions.
Yes, something with 10 questions. So, we are kind of new to book tags, but we've decided to create a book tag in honor of Jenny Han's book.
To all the boys I loved before.
To all the boys I loved before, in the movie coming out this Friday on Netflix, in which we are super excited about. We're already having a watch party with our friends. We've planned it. We have to get snacks. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. So the name of our book tag is the Lara Jean Book Tag. And it has 10 questions.
It has 10 questions. The questions are mainly based off of Lara Jean, her characteristics, her personality, all the other characters in the book that aren't Lara Jean. So it's just a bunch of questions that we decided to take out of that we got from the book that we thought would be great for us to give the answers to, and for you guys to give the answers to. Thought it'd be a nifty little thing to create.
Yeah, so we created it. So let's jump right into it.
Number uno. Go ahead.
One recipe, preferably a dessert, you always find yourself trying to perfect. So if you read any of the books in the Lara Jean trilogy, one of the things that Lara Jean always tried to perfect was her chocolate chip cookie recipe. And she baked as a way to, like, a stress reliever, as a way to have fun. It was something she enjoyed doing. And so I know a lot of you may not be bakers, but what is one recipe? For me, it would be sweet potato pie, because I love baking sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving and for Christmas and for any other day, because I love sweet potatoes and pie.
And she makes a bomb sweet potato pie from scratch. It's good.
I mean, not completely and totally from scratch, but the pie crust isn't from scratch.
The pie crust is.
But everything else is.
It's basically there, you know. The dessert for me would be, I haven't made many desserts in my life, but one dessert that I do want to perfect is zucchini bread, because the first time it came out, it was kind of, I cooked it too long and it was a bit dry.
No, it wasn't. It was pretty good.
I felt as if it was dry. And so if I could do it again and make it perfect, then that would be the dessert it would be. It would be zucchini bread.
My other recipe would be sugar cookies. That is the one thing I know how to make from scratch. Completely and totally sugar cookies.
Okay. Number 2. Favorite crush of Lara Jean?
Oh, I know the obvious answer would be Peter, but I think about if Peter wasn't in the list, I would choose probably John Ambrose McLaren, because...
Say his name again?
John Ambrose McLaren.
Oh.
I think that's right. But I would choose him because in the... I don't remember which book it is. It's been almost a year since I've read the whole series, but he was actually a pretty great guy, if I'm remembering correctly.
I would pick, not John, I would pick Peter. I wouldn't pick Josh either. Josh could jump out of a window, okay? He can't. Not die. He will not die. But I will pick Peter, because Peter's bomb. He's stupid sometimes.
Peter is bad.
But he's bomb. I like Peter because in the end, he tried, and he continued to try, and he really did actually fall for Lara Jean. So
he did.
I give him his credit where credit is due. Number 3.
Have you ever written a love letter of some sort and never planned on giving it to someone? To a crush that you've never planned on giving it to?
Because Lara Jean, she would get these letters. She would write these letters to crushes that she liked, obviously. And she would put it in this top hat, and she would never give it to them. So
Hat box,
sorry, top hat. She would never give it to them because she felt that once she wrote it down, she got it out of her system, that was good enough, and that it was over. She didn't crush on them anymore.
For me, I've never written a love letter, but I have written a love poem to someone I did have a crush on. Never intend on sending it to them.
But it happened.
But it was actually less than 3 months ago that I wrote it, and it was a really nice poem, and I think it was pretty good. But I wouldn't say it was kind of like oh, it's over after I wrote it like Lara Jean. It was more like this is a really nice poem, and it'd be really cool if what I wrote in this poem was an actual thing. But yeah.
I would say I never wrote love letters to anyone before.
Jesus.
Jesus. But I have written, like in Tavia, I have written poems
To someone?
not to someone, but about like the future person that I would love to marry one day.
That does make
But
sense.
when I was like in, what grade was it? Middle school? No, still didn't write anything to someone that I never intended on giving to them before. So, no. The answer is no.
Okay. The fourth question is hair ribbons or headbands. Lara Jean would oftentimes wear ribbons or tie her hair in a ponytail or whatever, but obviously natural hair.
It reminds me of Violet from Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yeah, twin moment there. But I would say hair ribbons. When I used to wear my hair straight and I was in cheerleading, I would wear hair ribbons a lot. And I really liked ribbons. Tying them was a pain because I could never figure out how to tie them properly, but I did like hair ribbons.
To me, hair ribbons are a little slippery and tricky. I would prefer headbands because you just, whatever you're doing with the hair, you just push it back. So it can be a hard one that's a little bit malleable, and you just put it in your head and you're good to go. As long as everything else is straight, you're good.
I guess.
So, hair bands. Number 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, favorite swooning part between Peter and Lara Jean. Lara Jean. Between Peter and Lara Jean. Your favorite swooning part between the two. Mine would be when Peter wrote those love letters, because although they were kind of silly and they really weren't true because their relationship wasn't true, then it was still cool because in the end, when he was writing the letters, I was like, okay, he's writing them for fake, but they're going to turn out for true eventually. And so they're real. And whether he thought he meant it or not, he meant it, and it turned out for his benefit. So that's one of my favorite parts, is when they kept writing love letters.
I honestly can't remember my favorite part because there are a lot of them, but the one part I do remember is when Peter and
When
Peter and Lara Jean go to the antique store to go do the thing because his mom does stuff with antique furniture, and she sees this thing that she likes, and then Peter gets it for her later, if I'm remembering correctly. And I just really like that part because Peter was very intentional in how he was, I think, throughout the entire fake relationship and the real part of the relationship, he was intentional, even if he didn't even realize he was being intentional, because when he realized he was trying to impress her, he really was trying to impress her, and it was just nice.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Number 6, pumpkin pie or pecan pie? Pecan pie.
I'm not really that much of a fan of either. I have yet to have a pumpkin pie that actually there was a pumpkin pie that I like. I had a vegan friend once make a pumpkin pie, and it wasn't a vegan pumpkin pie, but it was great. Granted, the pumpkin was out of a can.
Did Lara Jean make pies? I don't remember that.
There was one part in the very beginning of the book where she's talking about making pie for Thanksgiving because Margot's going to be in Scotland and how she does the pies.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
What was your answer?
Pumpkin pie.
Okay. I was like, what? Okay, I don't like nuts that much to where I want them on my food. I just started to like chocolate covered almonds, so pumpkin pie, I had that when I was in college, and I actually enjoy it when it's made by a person who can make it correctly. So pumpkin pie is my answer.
Mm.
Yep. Number 7.
Handwritten letters or DM messages on Instagram?
Type.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely not DMs. It seems a bit impersonal. Like text messages, it's impersonal a bit, depending on how it's sent and what is your punctuation and things like that. So it can be a little confusing. So I would prefer handwritten because, first of all, I get to see what your penmanship is like.
Mm-hmm. That's important.
Because I want to see how you write, because I think it's great. If you write beautifully, that's great. If you don't, you can work on it. 'Cause I changed my handwriting. But handwritten letters, I say is a go.
I would say handwritten letters too, but I don't mind direct messaging from people who are actually trying to be intentional, and one day it can move to handwritten letters. Because obviously, it's not like I can get a handwritten letter if someone doesn't know my address.
True.
So,
True.
yeah.
Because Jamie Grace, she's this singer, and she got married to Aaron Collins, who slid into the DMs first before he texted messages. So
True. So, for a perfect outfit, would you wear a cardigan and an A-line skirt or an oversized sweater and jeans? I would do an oversized sweater and jeans. More like jeggings. Then jeans, I am not a big fan of jeans. I don't like jeans, but I love oversized sweaters a lot. It makes me feel like I'm walking around in a big t-shirt that's presentable for the outside.
True. Yeah. So I obviously go with the same answer, oversized sweater and jeans. And this question is based off of Lara Jean's attire and what she basically wore throughout the entire book.
At least what we think she wore.
Yeah, what we imagine,
So,
because we're readers like that, and it takes us to a whole new world. And even if she didn't wear that, that's what we believe.
which song sister are you most like? This is number 9. Margot, Lara Jean, or Kitty? Octavia, which song sister are you most like?
I believe I'm not like Kitty. Kitty is kind of a bit of a crazy. She kind of crazy, y'all. But not Lara Jean. She's more of a. She's really. She's odd sometimes. Not like in a bad way. She has her like quirkiness that I'm not quirky in that kind of way. So I would say Margot. She's like focused. She knows what she wants. She did lie that one time, but we lie sometimes. But I'm more like Margot and focusing kind of way, protective and know what I want, and then I go out and get it kind of thing. So I would say I'm more like Margot's song.
I would say I'm more like Lara Jean's song Covey because there are times where I'm like Margot, but I feel like in the scope of my personality I can be like Lara Jean, which is why I think I resonated with the book series so much, was because I remember when I was younger I would always be like, I love love, and people would laugh at me because they were like, how do you love love? And I'm like, because it's love. Why else would you not love love? But I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. I like to feel like in my heart of hearts I'm like Lara Jean. Maybe I'll do a video about myself and Lara Jean.
Why? I'm like Lara Jean.
I don't know.
Number 10. So, like Lara Jean, have you ever been given a gift when you were a child that you've kept throughout your teenage years? I like this question a lot. I picked this question, make this question personally, because when I was in the 5th grade, this kid that I knew, this guy that I knew, he was just like so sweet and kind. That I don't know if it was for my birthday or not.
I think it was Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, yeah.
Or end of the year, one of those things.
So I was like little 10-year-old me and another 10-year-old kid. It was like, hey, I got you this SpongeBob stuffed animal. I said, sweet. What? And I don't remember what my 10-year-old self said, but I was like, awesome, I'm going to keep this. And I still have it in my closet on a shelf. And I was just like, it's not like a, what's the word?
Nostalgia?
It's not a shrine or anything, but it's on a shelf. Like,
why would it be a shrine?
I don't know, it just sounded weird when I said it. But that's something that I kept when I was a child that was given to me. And I still like see him on Facebook.
Like 13 years ago.
I still see him on Facebook and stuff, and I still remember that he gave me the SpongeBob stuffed animal because SpongeBob, I'm telling you, was my jams back in the day.
And I remember the day he gave it to the class was like, what? Oh my gosh. Ooh. It was really funny. It was really sweet.
It was a sweet gesture.
I would say for me, I have a blanket from when I was a baby. I'm the type of person that collects things. So one thing that was given to me when I was younger, I had a best friend in, I would say 9th grade rather, but she would write like cards and stuff to me. And so her name's Harpreet, and she's a really cool person, and yeah, I just really loved her a lot, and she was a great friend. But she would write like Christmas cards, and she would just randomly like write my name and like decorate it and just give these pieces of paper to me. And I don't know why, but she did that, and I still have those papers like in like a scrapbook type thing somewhere in my room. And I remember just really appreciating those. And I have one Christmas card that she wrote that I put on our Christmas tree every single year. And I don't even know if she realized I still have those, but I do. And so yeah, I'm the type of person that will keep a button because it was on my favorite jacket. So
what did you say you are?
I'm the type of person that would do that. I would keep things literally that had the smallest amount of sentimental value to the point where like I was like, I need to throw this away. Like,
I would eventually throw it away.
I have like this one descriptive sentence that I wrote in AP English about personifying a country because my English teacher loved it so much, and she was like, wow, that's really good. I still have that paper to that day based off of that one comment.
Never gonna give it.
So yeah, I like to keep the things that mean something to me. I'm not a hoarder though.
I would hope not. But those are our 10
No
questions.
offense to hoarders out there. But go ahead.
Those are the 10 questions for our Lara Jean tag. So if you would like to participate in this tag that we've created,
We tag all of you.
we tag all of you, the entire world.
Yes, so we will have the questions in the description box below, so you can do this tag yourself. But please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching the movie this Friday, let us know. And happy watching to all of you out there.
And if you want to do the tag after you watch the movie,
Please do.
go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Just get the questions, go for it. And maybe it'll be different than the actual book. I don't know.
Yeah. Sunshine and smiles.
Sunshines and smiles, peoples. Peace.
We out.
Feels like, it feels like music's